we are going to honor two other organizations today, and we will be presenting proclamations to some of the other groups that stepped up. The response from the Latter-day Saints was so overwhelming and so immediate that it really set the standard. And I don't know if I adequately conveyed, and nor did Neil, that when we created SAVE Houston, Support and Assistance for Volunteers in Emergencies, we intended to be able to be activated in the future. And we're capturing a lot of the information and the knowledge that we have. And I would hope that you'll give me an opportunity to come to perhaps the Quality of Life Committee and really have him lay out what we hope to do and gather information from you as council members as to how we can improve that mechanism, because we do know that there's going to be another disaster in the future and we need to be prepared. Now I'm going to invite a representative or representatives from NECHAMA Jewish Response to Disaster. And whereas NECHAMA Jewish Response to Disaster organized approximately 200 volunteers who have served more than 2,500 hours to help Houstonians clean up and recover from the Memorial Day flood. Therefore, I, Annise Parker Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proclaim June 24th, 2015 as NECHAMA Jewish Response to Disaster Day. And I understand that many of your volunteers are still out in the field. So please.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you very much. There's not much I'm going to be able to say after the beautiful words that have already been shared. But on behalf of NECHAMA, I would like to acknowledge that it took everyone in this room to work together to do some really beautiful work to repair the hearts and homes of many people in need. So we're very grateful to be just a small part of that. So thank you.
Thank you. So,
Councilor Christie.
Just wanted to ditto to the young people of the Jewish community there that I think they were the first to open doors for shelter, weren't they, at the synagogue? I saw that on TV, and it's just, we'd like to ditto the same accolades to you for volunteering to help the least of your brothers.
Don't be shy.
Yeah. And again, you did it without religion, race, creed, color, and it was just a beauty to behold, and we appreciate what you do, and tell the other members thanks also.
Absolutely. Thank you kindly.
Councilmember Stardick.
I just want to say thank you. When you said repair hearts, that's exactly the best way to describe it, because especially for our seniors, we had an 87-year-old gentleman that had a tree fall through the middle of his house in the middle of the storm. His neighbors found him sitting on his front porch. There was nothing he could do, physically or emotionally. His heart was broken because everything he'd built was gone. So it took all of these volunteers working together to repair hearts. So thank you.
And may I add just a couple of things, Mayor, about this particular group? It's been just a wonderful blessing to get to know other faith-based organizations. This NECHAMA Jewish Response to Disaster group are awesome. They're kind of like a SWAT team where Mark McGilvery here, you're from Boston, right?
Correct.
So he comes into town and organizes members of your faith to get out and canvass neighborhoods and do good work, and he brought a bunch of other amazing people with him, and they've been here for what, 3 weeks now? Okay, about a month, working round the clock to help folks in our city. And so, we had the blue shirts out there and the yellow shirts and the green shirts, and it was just a beautiful rainbow or prism of awesomeness. I just can't say enough about how wonderful the work is that they did.
Councilmember Cohen.
Thank you. Here. Thank you. Thank you very much. I too extend my appreciation, and I know how hard our community was hit because the large population in Ireland and Fondren, and we're not. The city of Houston is, I think, 2.1 million, and the Jewish community is about, depends upon who you talk to, but about 70,000. So we're not very many in population, and so we have a tendency to have to, excuse me, turn to one another in these kinds of devastating activities and rely on, as we said before, the Mormons, others to help. But I know our religion says that while we're not required to repair the world completely, neither are we allowed to step back from doing what we can to make it better. So thank you all very much.
Councilmember Green.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. I too want to echo thank you. I want to thank Jewish Community Services as well as the JCC who stepped up early on to provide resources as well as provide a facility for meetings and organizing and getting risk recovery systems in place. So I appreciate the Jewish community. I know a lot of the community was adversely affected over in the Braes Oaks area and then also in my area over Fondren. So we appreciate everything you guys have done, and thank you again.
Councilmember, Vice Mayor Pro Tem Davis.
Thank you, sir. I just want to say thank you for all the hard work and continued success working in the community. We appreciate you again, Director. We appreciate your collaborative efforts.
Councilmember Robinson.
Mayor Pro Tem, I just wanted to thank you all. And Mayor, you and I have traveled to Boston, so at the risk of correcting you, Director, the one thing you said, awesomeness, it's awesome. It's from Boston. So thank you for your awesome effort. And I really appreciate it as an at-large council member supporting the district council members and all the constituents, taking care, those of you who've come from far. I mean, this truly is an at-large effort, and we are so grateful in the city of Houston for the attention that we've gotten nationally and the great things you've brought to our fine city. Thank you so much.
I think your roots are showing, Councilman.
He hides it well. Councilmember Pennington.
I just want to thank you for the work that you're doing, and what's been described here. You've come from another city, and there are others who've come from another city. That how directed and how committed that you are to the people of this city. So I mean, that's just a great example of humanity, not only of faith but of humanity. But so thank you very much for what you've done.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Just really quickly, I'd like to say that I couldn't do what I do without this young lady here as well, Chrissy Zick, so she deserves to be acknowledged as well.